Of trade and investment, do you believe that we are going to see significant movement forward? For instance, there have been issues related to market access, while on the FDI front, India has liberalized quite significantly. The US still believes that on market access and specifically on duties, for instance, India continues to be restrictive. Do you believe that this is going to be an issue that the Trump administration will take up in a meaningful way?
No doubt. Market access is going to be important for any U.S. administration, and I think you see a pronounced focus on seeking that kind of access, particularly from President Trump and his administration. He has launched a review of all the countries with which the United States is running a trade deficit. And I'm not sure all of your viewers are aware of this, but India is on that list.
It is.
We run a $24 billion approximately trade deficit with India. It's not a lot compared to what we run with China, which is more half a trillion, $500 billion. It's quite small compared to that, but it puts India something like number 12 on that list.
Yeah.
So India is on that list of countries with which our trade balance is being reviewed. Now, I don't know what's going to come of that review. Something. It's not going to be completed before Prime Minister Modi and President Trump meet, so we don't know what's going to happen. But I would certainly think that finding a way to ensure American companies face a level playing field trying to do business in India is going to come up, as it would with any American administration.
What's the expectation of announcements, particularly to deal with defense? Because this is, again, an area where we do expect cooperation to continue, and perhaps something to be announced on this visit as well.
Well, this has been a tremendous area of change. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that India's major defense
was Russia.
Partner and provider, right? Exactly, Russia. And still cumulatively, I believe that Russia still is the largest defense provider if you look cumulatively. But since I think
the last 3 years specifically,
from 2010 forward, maybe 2009, 2010 forward, India has procured more than $15 billion in platforms from the United States. So that starts to show where we're partnering together in much more intensive ways. Defense cooperation is enhanced by having common platforms. So what we've seen coming out in the press, and I hope that this is announced in some sort of a joint statement, is the approval for the surveillance drones, maritime surveillance drones, to go to India. That'll be very helpful for India in building up its own capacity for Indian Ocean maritime surveillance work. It would be a companion to the P-8Is, the Boeing surveillance jets that India purchased from the U.S. some years ago. I think there's a lot more that India and the U.S. can do on the defense trade side. It's an area of great progress and more to do.